Yeah. Well, we'll start with that. How about that? Um, I'll kick this thing off since
All right.
Daniel's in a jail cell. TC sounds like he's talking from across the room with no camera, and I am sitting in a clusterfuck of a bedroom. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 110. We are here to discuss the Tampa Bay Open post game recap, all that good stuff from the first event of the year. Let's go ahead and get our pleasantries out the way. Daniel, what's going on? You're not in your usual little space there.
No, I'm I am at the end of my rope here with how this move is going, man. I was supposed to turn the U-Haul in yesterday, but we couldn't because of rain and whatnot, and it's just been a headache. This is the last time I'm moving myself, though. This is
I,
the absolute last time.
I'm
The
about to
next
say,
time
I bet your
I have to
dumbass let the
move,
army do it.
I will let the army do it next time. Yes, 1,000%.
Yeah.
All the valuables will just go with me, but like all the furniture and shit like that, they can fucking handle it.
Yeah. Fuck move him. So you are now officially in Virginia.
Yes, sir. In Hayes, Virginia, about like 20, 30 minutes away from where I got to be from day to day. It's not bad. Like if it says like it's a 20-minute drive, it's legitimately a 20-minute drive, not like in Savannah where it says, yeah, it'll be there in 20 minutes, but like 2 hours later, because of traffic.
Yeah.
The neighbors are nice. Every single neighbor around here came and introduced themselves when we moved into our house in Savannah. Not one came and introduced themselves. So, yeah, there's a lot friendlier here. I'll
Hell yeah.
drink the Kool-Aid.
Nice.
Hell yeah. TC, what's up with you?
Same old.
Besides not watching the event.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm reading it right now. What you talking about?
Oh
Go back and edit that part out.
no, hell no, we're leaving it all in. There's no edits anymore. I don't have time for edits. I'm tired. I'm ready to go to bed.
You said
uh,
that today, I was like, oh, that event did happen, didn't it?
yeah, I almost skipped this whole fucking episode tonight. 'Cause I am exhausted, tired.
I was out camping last night, so
I heard.
yeah.
Pitching a tent.
I would. They had a boys' camping thing, so I took Timothy
Oh, God.
and kids going. You know how much energy kids have, especially when you get a bunch of little kids together. Oh
Mm-hmm.
gosh.
Hell yeah.
And I bought a new air mattress. But you know what? I'm putting this in this tent. I didn't realize that the air mattress I bought took up about 98% of the tent. And inflated it. I thought I inflated it all the way, but I didn't. Apparently, it got cold at night, so I woke up miles on the crown. So
Yeah,
Nice.
my back feels amazing.
I bet it does, dude. I've never had any luck with air mattresses. Like I always wake up like 3 in the morning, just 3/4 of the way deflated. Like
I should have dug a hole.
you remember the pictures from like the early 2000s, the commercial where it was like this is you if you smoke weed, and this girl like all deflated on the couch, and that was me. That's me on an air mattress. Oh man.
It was a good time though.
Just, just like uh, just like Stewie from Family Guy sitting up there. I can hear.
Yeah, yeah. Basically. All right, let's see.
Cots are the way to go if you go camping, man. If you don't want to sleep on the ground, you want to sleep off the ground, cots are the way to go.
I thought about getting one of those or one of the like the little hanging. It's not a hammock. It's almost like a hammock, but it's solid.
Hmm.
Those hammock. I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, I got one of those. They're nice.
Yeah, I thought about getting one of those, but dude, I would have got blown out across the lake. It was stupid windy last night. I got wrapped up like a tortilla in the tree.
Now, with you have to get like a thermal layer on the bottom if it's cold, man, because you don't have the heat from the ground, bouncing back and
It
forth.
was 90 degrees yesterday. I wish it was cold.
I'm saying, like for winter, in the winter, those hammocks can be a pain in the ass if you don't have anything thermal between you two.
I got you. Yeah, between the ground and break it up. It was
Mm-hmm.
it was 90 degrees.
Yeah, in the summertime, those things are money.
All right.
I'm hoping Jason will come through the woods and roll my sleeping egg up and beat me to death against a tree.
Yes. Fun fact about that kill in the part 7 Friday the 13th. The MPAA made them move it to one swing instead of multiple because they said it was too violent.
That's funny.
So if you watch the generated scene in Jason X where he like beats the shit out of them in the sleeping bag, it's a direct callback to them not allowing Kane Hodder to slam that bitch like
Now,
six
does it
times.
not count in that movie because it's like a generated scene? Because I know there's a lot of movies like the new Predator movie. It didn't get an R rating, which tons of blood, but it's all cyborg blood. It's all white.
I
But then,
think I think it was because later on the MPAA eased up on restrictions, I guess.
gotcha.
So we'll see. Anyways,
So would you?
not
Enough
shit.
about us.
Yeah, working all the time. Yeah, taking care of business and working all the time. Um, yeah, not a whole lot. That's it. I mean, really, that's it.
I saw
Just hanging
I
out with the
saw your
boys.
post looking for an Empire Timmy
Yeah, I am.
and an Angel.
Well, I'm kind of at either or right now. I haven't decided which angel I want. I'm leaning towards like an A1, something like that. I don't really the
Mhm.
the G7s are nice. About I want like a later angel. I don't want like an IR3 or something like that or LCD. I don't want none of that. Um, I'd love to get a Timmy. I'm getting the itch to add to my shelf back there that you can't see because I have a 180p camera. Um, but yeah, I know that's going to be like a needle in the haystack find because everybody parts them out for whatever reason. But I'd be willing to pay a good price for the right one. But I don't want one with a fucking CP reg and a hybrid feed neck and a CP on off and a fucking shock tech trigger. I don't want that shit by no means. I want it as close to as original as possible.
Yeah, no Frankenstein shit.
No, somebody was selling one that had like a 2K2 frame on it, and I'm like, nope, nope, don't want that.
Yeah.
Don't want that. So, yeah, if I can find the right one, I'll pay decent money for it. Got a little bit of green burning a hole in my pocket, so yeah, I wouldn't mind buying one that's in good shape and putting it on the shelf. And then I'll have a easier time finding the angel than the Timmy, but I'd like to get the Timmy first because I can get the angel
Yeah.
anytime. Angel's a couple $100. I imagine the Empire Timmy in really good shape is going to be in the ballpark of like 1,000 ish, give or take.
It's gonna be about the same as my A bomb.
Yeah, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with. So I missed out on a black to blue fade one. Apparently, somebody commented on one of my posts saying they had just sold that one. I'm like, damn, that would have been a good one to have, but whatever. I'll get one day. If not, I might settle for like an alias or something. Because alias, I mean, that's a very common one, but it's still a nice gun.
Yeah. Look at that, 10 o'clock at night Eastern time, chugging down a fucking monster.
That's right.
Just to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's right. No, I'm not getting up at 3 o'clock this morning. All right. Welcome to Tampa. We are at our first event of the year. It has come and gone. And we did our Thursday part of the event inside of the Raymond James Buccaneer Stadium. That was it exceeded my expectations. I will say that.
Yeah, I have plenty of complaints though, as always.
Yeah, the voice of reason over there. Um, my first initial thoughts, because we started watching it Thursday morning, and like any paintball event, nobody's really showing up there first thing in the morning and spectating. Everybody's kind of chilling at the house, watching on Go Sports and stuff. And I'm like, oh man, those stands look pitiful. Like, oh god, that is not good. If we're wanting optics for the sport and how much we get people to support it, that's not a good look. And the further the day went on, of course, the more people came into the stands, and by the evening, it was pretty packed in there for it. Excuse me,
Yeah.
way more than I thought it was be, and I thought it looked great, especially the nighttime play, just playing under the lights, stadium, and I mean the entire stadium wasn't packed, but just the area where the field was had a lot of spectators. It looked like I would imagine this sport would look in the mainstream, right?
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that, and I wish I had a better streaming setup. I don't get a lot of time to come in here and dabble with this shit, but I'd like to play some videos and shit for YouTube. But I mean, the content is all over Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. There's a ton of amazing content creators that capture that. So, for the people that are on the audio only or have found this YouTube video, just go search any kind of NXL content creator. Verbal, any of them. Whatever. Shelda, go check them out. A lot of good content from that. Just even a Thursday portion of the event. Daniel, what was your first impressions on it?
I was actually I don't want to say blown away, but I guess like amazed by it that it actually turned out the way it did. Like the only like my biggest gripe was just the jumbotron. I thought that was like the dumbest thing, but I get it. Like that night was for like the awe factor and trying to get people sucked into the sport. But for like the players and everything playing that day, I thought that was crap. Like I thought it was so dumb. Like, okay, I'm at the center 50 snake and I don't know where this guy's at. Let me check the webcast to see if it's showing him. Oh, he's still at the back corner. Okay, you know what I mean? Like that part I didn't like. That's like the only thing I did not like.
Yeah,
Everything else, I thought it turned out fantastic.
I saw the jumbotron and I was like, bruh. Yeah, yeah, the absolute dumb as fuck. And just like you said, I agree. Wow factor. And it looks great. I mean, who wouldn't want to see themselves up on the big screen? That's a massive thing.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have the jumbotron in football, it's the complete opposite of having it in paintball. There's no like the strategy in football is way different. So everybody's right there together. You're following one ball. The jumbotron is just putting you closer to the action. In paintball, and somebody disagreed with me on this, and I was like, "You're a fucking idiot." And they're like, "Oh, it's just like the old sideline coaching," and we got rid of that dumb shit. Thank God, because the only time
Yeah.
sideline coaching is cool is at Commander's Cup. That's it. That's it. That is it.
Yeah.
But just exactly like you said, it. I was as a paintball fan, as a player, it's probably great if you're on the field. Cause just like you said, fuck, I'm on an island. I don't know where anybody's at. Let's take a glance over my shoulder here. Okay, all right, cool. I know they're not looking over here. Let's use it
Yeah.
to, if you're on the field, use everything you can to your advantage. It's no different than like watching shadows or watching refs, bird dog, other players. Use it to your advantage. As a fan, it pissed me off because by doing that, you really close the door for creative opportunities for players. So
Yeah.
what builds hype in our sport, right? Why is Oliver Lang so famous? Because he would make these outrageous reads and run through the center and just get 4 and 5 packs on a constant basis. When you have this game displayed up on this jumbotron, you get rid of all of that. It's just I don't know. I thought it was dumb.
To an extent, I would say to an extent because you can still at that level. I think you can still fight off. You know what I mean? Certain onslaughts, stuff like that. Now, I didn't watch all of the 3v3. Like I saw that War won their 3v3, and I think it was D3 that
Yeah.
they won.
Shout out.
Congrats to those guys.
Shout out.
Yeah. I don't know if they had the jumbotron on there, but like still, you know what I mean? Like it is kind of the same as sideline coaching, but I think the wow factor outweighed everything else. To be honest, you know what I mean?
Oh, I'm
'Cause, like,
sure it did.
Yeah, but like that is still a huge stepping stone. Like I'm not trying to take anything away from the NXL. That is a huge stepping stone on progress and pushing the sport into like the mainstream media. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like kudos to them. The 3v3 shit, I don't know, man. I think the 3v3 shit should just be done with
Why
completely.
why are we so stuck on 3v3? TC,
I don't know.
if you're watching a tournament on whether it's on your phone or in person, what's more exciting to you? A 3v3 on a normal regulation size field or
It was on
just
a regular field. It wasn't a smaller field.
no, regulation
No, it's the
size.
same size. Yep.
3v3 or 5v5.
Yeah, I'm watching 5 or 7.
Yeah. Why are we so focused on 3v3? And I'm sure it's because you have less players on the field. It's easier for people who aren't as familiar with the sport to follow. They don't have to try to track as many movements. But I say fuck those people, even though, yes, we want to bring new people into the sport. But, you know, if I say that I don't understand football, you're not going to remove 6 people from each line because I don't understand it. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
I think 5v5 is the tried and true format. Exactly what we're doing now. We don't need extra buzzers. We don't need less people. We don't need this. Our core game is as simple as it gets. 5v5, touch the other start box. It isn't like you get per point, per elimination, per this, per that. You don't have to muddy the waters. So the 3v3 thing would be cooler on a condensed field, in my opinion. Now, the pros handled it. They kept it feisty. The games weren't real slow. And it was fun to watch. But just like later on in the evening when the 5v5s came on, I was like, "Oh, this is so much better." So much for me, it was so much better. And I may be in the minority on this, but whatever.
No, I was going to ask about the
I
speed of the
mean,
game. With the
there's
field being a
more
regular,
action.
with the field being a regular size, I was going to ask if it affected the speed of the game.
Not really.
But it
No.
didn't really. I imagine
It
on a
it
smaller field, it would.
yeah. No, it didn't really affect the speed that much. I mean, if anything, it kind of sped it up because there was like you don't have as much to lock down, right? So like if you get a kill off the break, you're 3v2, you already have such a major advantage versus like a 5v4, right? So no, it didn't really like hold anything up. To me it was just kind of boring though. I don't know. It's my show.
Yeah.
It's my show. I can have a fucking opinion if I want to.
Yeah, I'd have to say that I agree with you, PJ. That portion was pretty fucking boring to me. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and skip to another thing about 3v3 was in the preliminaries, if it went to overtime, it was 3v3. Get the fuck out of there. If you're so fixated on the number three, just give each player 3 pods, but still have 5 players. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
like that was probably dumb as shit to me. Like
Yeah. Why did we do that?
I don't know. I don't know the reasoning. I haven't done any research, honestly. I don't feel like doing research because I think it's dumb regardless. It should stay 5v5. Like if you want to make it more challenging, and they're already like with this season, the pros are limited to 5 pods per player. So if you want to make overtime more cutthroat and more like, I guess you could say harder, like on the line kind of thing, limit their pods even more. Put it fucking 3 pods per player, or just leave it alone and just keep the same rule, 5v5, 5 pods per player, and let them go at it.
Yeah.
You do it in like the quarterfinals and shit like that. You do it on Sunday, so why not the other days?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. That is weird. Um. Yeah. The whole obsession behind the 3-man. I don't understand. 3-man has never been like a huge thing. You know what I mean? Like even locally, like 3-man tournaments, they're just kind of like throwaway events. You know, get a group of buddies, and go play. But
Yeah.
I think 5v5 is the, like I said, tried and true format. I think we need to focus on that. We need to just get away from 3v3 altogether. It's just my opinion. Maybe somebody at ESPN is telling Tom Cole that this is what they need to do. Well, I could honestly give a fuck less about ESPN. Live TV is not what I think we should be gunning for right now. I mean, yeah, it's cool to be on there. It's cool to be on there,
Mm-hmm.
but that is where we needed to be in 2007 and 10. Nobody's fucking watching cable hardly no more. I haven't had cable in 15 years. I mean, everybody's got an ESPN app on their phone, but when we get on ESPN, we're on the Ochos and we're behind the fucking dog food eating contest. At 1 in the morning. So that part I don't care about. But yeah, I don't know. I think that, not to beat this dead horse so much, but we shouldn't have to really mold our game dramatically to fit the masses. I think that
Yeah.
let's just do a better job on storytelling. Get rid of split decks so you can do replays and interviews. Because just like this weekend, first off, the poor chick they had doing interviews looked like she was a lost puppy. Not, I mean,
With her
just
pierced lips and everything.
yeah, it got your attention, didn't it? I'm
Yeah.
like, man,
I mean, smart choice.
where the fuck is Lauren Kelly? 'Cause she used to do a great job. Yeah, this,
Yeah. She went to go chase like an acting career, I think. But
yeah.
I don't know if it was like OnlyFans acting or like actual
Oh
acting.
my god.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's the link, but anyways,
For clients.
yeah, for asking for myself. But now that poor girl, you could tell she was not very. She's not a veteran in that field. If she is, I feel bad for her. But she was not doing the greatest job. But hey, kudos to her for being out there. But not to her detriment so much. She was trying to rush through these interviews because you only get fucking 0.006 seconds in between matches to get this,
Yeah.
before you're having to fucking cut scene and go to the breakout on your next match. So get rid of split deck. I like the 5 pod limit. I didn't see it really cause any commotion this past weekend. And stop worrying about 3 man so much and just keep pushing forward in the right direction.
I think they need to keep split deck. I think split deck is what's used as the time saver because if you don't run split deck, you're not going to have enough time in the day to play these people, especially if you play till like 8, 9 o'clock at night, and then you have a 6 o'clock game in the morning. You know what I mean? Or they might have to start earlier. Like I think the split deck is decent because one, you get to watch more paintball like compact. I'm actually a fan of it.
Get 2 pro fields and keep your premier games on like a Go Sports field, because like if you have NRG Elite versus the Sea Dogs, I could give a fuck less about that game. I could give a shit less. So let them play on the field that's not televised. Those lower. If you want to be televised, you got to fit within like the top 12 or something of rankings. Somehow or another that
Top
works.
10. Top
Yeah,
10 there's only 20 teams, right?
yeah. You got to fit in there somehow. But I just think that I get why they do split deck. Just like you say, they have events that run into the evening with split deck. I get that,
Yeah.
but you don't have time to build your storytelling and build the hype for what's going on because you're rotating games so fast, right?
Well, yeah, but so they have a caveat to that now. They have a bunch of storytelling on um, Watch Paintball, whatever the fuck it's called now, MajorLeaguePaintball.com or whatever the hell it is. They have like the storytelling events on there to build up the hype. That's what they're basically used for. Um, and then you can basically see as the event kind of like as a live filler for like the timelines. Like, okay, like this is here and now, and this is what these guys are doing. they're battling this team, they're battling their rivals, they're doing this, they're doing that. But the other media, the long source media, is what's supposed to build the hype on that.
Yeah, but everybody's not watching that.
I
Everybody's it's
know.
all eyes on the event. So
Oh, I know.
there might be some blanks that need to be filled in that can't be filled in because we're rushing through games so much. But like I said, I understand why they do it. This is why I don't run a fucking league because I don't have all the answers. What we need a fucking Peacock or a Netflix documentary. So just take all that matters and put it on Netflix, and then
Well, they
boom,
have the Best Kids in Texas on Amazon Prime.
there you go. That's a step in the right direction.
So the
Yeah,
split deck is basically you can watch two matches going on at the same time.
yeah. So like, there's 4 teams that play in a set. 2 teams that play each other for 1 point. Then that'll be done, and then the next teams will come on, and then they just keep flip flopping until the time runs out.
Oh, so it breaks
And
up one of their games. So it's not like these two teams are playing on the left half of the screen. These two teams are playing on the right half of the
No,
screen.
it's the
it's
same
four.
as one pro field.
Yeah, 4 teams playing in one block. So when these two teams get through a point, they come off to reset with paint and air, while the next 2 teams come on and play their point, and they just
It seems like you can break up somebody's momentum too.
Oh, you can. So let's say TJ's team is playing your team, and
Like,
I haven't played my other team yet, and y'all are on a drawn out game. Like y'all get like I was like 12 minutes, not 12 minutes. Is it 12 minutes?
they're
15 minutes? I can't remember. I can't
15
remember.
minute points, I think.
15-minute points. So y'all can sit there and have a 15-minute battle while I haven't played a single fucking game, and then I could go on and get basically shot in the fucking dirt, and then y'all have to turn right back around and get on. Now, if y'all finish and like you either get mercy ruled or the match time for your match runs out, my team will have 2 minutes to get ready. It's called being in X ball mode. So you come off, you got 2 minutes to reset and then go back on the field. So that's the scramble. That's like old school X ball.
Yeah. What was the mercy rule for the 3v3? Was it three? A 3 point mercy rule?
I couldn't tell you because I didn't watch it. No.
Yeah,
I think they like that number, so it might have been.
Yeah, I think it was a 3 point mercy rule. Versus the 5v5 is a 6 point or 6 or 7.
Should be 6.
Yeah, 6. What do we feel about a 3 point mercy rule? I feel like maybe they did that to speed everything up as much as possible. I kind of didn't mind it. I was like, all right, if you can't get your shit together in a matter of 3 consecutive points, then it's time to move on to the next. Is how I thought about it.
3 this, 3 that, 3
Yeah.
this, 3 that. Like, god damn, dude.
3-6 Mafia.
I mean, I like the concept because it's only 3-man. Like, there's no reason why a 3-man should be going past longer than like 2 minutes, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, if back in the day we had 1 minute game drills and that's what made us like fucking ruthless to be able to close out games in 1 minute. If the pros can't do that in 1 minute for 3v3, I think there's a problem.
Yeah.
Just me, that's my opinion. It should not take that long.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. So let me pull this up on the gram here because I didn't write anything down. I wish that time would have permitted for us to do this last weekend while it was fresh in our minds. So they did. I'm trying to think for the 3-man because, like I said, I didn't get to watch the very end of it neither. So they didn't have like a one overall winner, right? They had like an East Conference winner and a West Coast Conference winner. Ain't that how they did that? Do you recall?
For the 3-man?
Yeah.
No, there should be. I could have swore there was actual like a winner.
Winner. So did they do like an East Coast Conference, West Coast Conference, and then the East and the West played each other? Because Russian Legion won that, correct?
I thought Damage won it.
Did they? They might have. Yeah. They might have. Let's
I
see.
thought Damage won a 3-man and then Legion won the event.
See, right here.
Man, the actual.
Yeah, Damage won 3-0. They won the 3-man, and Legion won the main event.
Okay. Because I was watching, that might have been the 5v5 at the end of that, where Marcelo hit the buzzer with a hit on his leg at the very end. I don't remember.
Yeah.
So this thing is saying 2026 champions West Pro X Ball 3v3 San Antonio X Factor. Shout out to X Factor. Let's see here. How about that, dude? I forgot about that. Damn. The Thursday Throwdown Pro 3v3. Infamous went to the semis. Um, to They beat Impact. X Factor beat Dynasty, and it was Infamous versus X Factor in the finals. Would have been crazy. Crazy if they'd have won that. Let's see. I'm still looking. I'm still doing some research here. Yeah.
And
So
am I looking at
20.
this one right? The Dynasty got skunked 6-0.
Yep.
Yeah. Dynasty looked kind
I
of
would have
rough.
cried if I had to watch it.
Yeah, they look kind of rough. 2026 champions East Pro X Ball was Tampa Bay Damage. Yeah, so hometown heroes Tampa Bay Damage takes the win in the Pro 3v3 Eastern Conference. Western Conference starts soon. So that's what I say. I wonder, did they just leave the East winners, the West winners, and then move on? Because I don't see like an X Factor versus Damage, right?
I don't know, man. I didn't pay enough attention to it, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I don't think that's what happened. So, shout out to them. Yeah, forgive me. I'm a little unprepared tonight. I didn't write anything down. And I was telling Daniel a little sidebar. I was telling Daniel before this. We have a group chat with Mark, and during the event, we always text. I'm like, what the fuck was that? Holy shit, that was a good move. Damn, Malloy's on fire. And I'm trying to go through some of our texts, but holy shit, we had a lot of messages back and forth between the four of us. I am about to go back through that now. So, but overall,
I took notes from our chat. I have a little green book that I write notes in from our chats when we start talking about like events and stuff. But man, there's so many boxes that are not unpacked right now. Like,
yeah,
I have so much shit everywhere right now, so there's no way that I could have found out like what I wrote down in time at all.
yeah. I spent the majority of my weekend working on the Peterbilt, so I was kind of here, there, and everywhere on watching the event, kind of in between. Oh, this is where y'all shared that new Flex. It was like the gray Flex with the teal vents and strap and shit. The Flex 8.
Mm-hmm.
I like those, but I'm not ordering none. I do like how they made them flexy again, like they used to be, instead of so fucking stiff.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh, how about this? This is where we were talking about Trent Nita fucking quit Aftershock, won't play the rest of the event, and they signed him for Ironman, didn't they?
Trent needed. I thought he went to New York Extreme.
Did he? He might have. Yeah, they might have. But he fucking.
You're thinking of CJ Cantor going to the Ironman.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, Trent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Will Ball for Soup in the middle of the event. I am hearing unconfirmed reports from pro sources that after a close loss to Collision, Trent has decided to quit Aftershock and will not play the remainder of the event. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm so far back on this fucking chat right now.
That's wild that like you're so fed up with a program and you're like, fuck it, I'm not playing the rest of the fucking event. Holy shit.
Ain't no shit. Let's see.
You know what Aftershock reminded me of when they were playing? They reminded me of the fucking ML Kings before fucking Hussein's bitch ass tried to take over all that shit.
Yeah. I'm just not a big Aftershock fan. Oh, here's something I wanted to talk about. I wish, like I said, I apologize to everybody who's listening. This is gonna be like, dude, this is the worst fucking recap I've ever heard because y'all were so back and forth. I'm aware. This is a shitty episode. You're just gonna have to deal with us. How about in the stadium, the fucking bunkers not being staked down, Harley? They were using like 10-penny nails to stake the bunkers down. Did you catch any of that?
I did. Like all I could do was literally just face palm. I was like, what are y'all doing, man?
Why? What? I
Like
mean, what did anybody give a reasoning for that instead of using regular stakes? Did they not want to just like puncture big holes in the field or something?
that would be my guess, but then like if that was the case, why wouldn't you use what some of the other turf fields use and get like the cemented PVC pipe? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
Like
know. It was kind of embarrassing in a way. You know, some of these guys are like diving into these bunkers and the fucking bunker just flops over and I'm like, man, that's a terrible optic if you're trying to put outside eyes on the sport. That's just
yeah.
cue the 1920s like comedy reel. You know what I'm
Oh,
talking?
Benny Hill.
Yeah. But oh god. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it looked terrible, and I'm sure there's a reasoning behind it. I don't know it, but I did want to kind of touch on that. I thought that was very shitty of us as a whole to think that was okay.
Yeah, no. What about fucking Aftershock putting 6 players on the field?
I saw that. I've I always wonder because this is not the first time this has happened. Not with aftershock, just in general. How do we get here? Why are we
So
here?
I got so that what's that kid's name that came up from like Dynamic and then to Shock, semi pro to Shock?
Jet.
The Asian kid, Jet, yeah. The one that mooned the camera or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh yeah, so I heard so when I was watching the webcast, apparently he misheard the coach and went out there. And then yeah, but like, dude, I don't think that kid's fucking meant for pro paintball just because of his attitude and his demeanor. Because there's a time and place for everything, right?
Yeah.
Um, like he went and on the when the camera was on him, he yelled fuck and like punched the fucking table because they got pulled out and for having 6 players on the field. And then he goes and shows his ass on the fucking webcast when you're trying to like grow an audience and everything. Is there always one in the bunch and like does like almost every other sport have like streakers and shit like that? 100%, man.
Oh yeah.
I'm not denying that whatsoever, but baseball and football doesn't need to grow. You know what I mean? They already get millions of
Yeah.
views and shit like that, packed stadiums and shit World Cup doesn't bring as much people as a Super Bowl does. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you kind of have to walk on eggshells to an extent, in my opinion, if you want to make everything, go towards a certain direction.
Yeah.
And I want to say 80% of like the divisional players, they don't help that shit when you have like booze and weed everywhere and then like just trash pits and shit, not giving a fuck. And then the poor fucking NXL staff workers have to go behind, grown ass men and clean up and shit.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing. Um, but I think that dude needs like a reality check. Like he's a phenomenal paintball player. I don't take that away from him at all.
Yeah.
I've watched him play MVPS a good bit when I was playing with Georgia Extreme down there. But like even then, he was always walking around like fucking basically butt ass naked with dumb shit written all over him, drunk as fuck, passed out. Like more power to him, to each their own. But I think he needs to dial it back a little bit and kind of fit the program, fit the mold for professional paintball.
I will play a little devil's advocate. The emotions in the pit, when you're in the when we cut to the pits on the camera, just like Maddie always says, hey, parental advisory here because emotions are high, tensions are high. There's a lot on the line. I do devil's advocate there. The showing your ass on a jumbotron, I think it's dumb. In the moment you're like, ha ha, watch, because I do dumb shit constantly. Constantly, I fucking live.
Amen.
I
Yep.
live to yeah, I live to do dumb shit. Like this fucking podcast is dumb shit. But uh, in the moment it's funny and everything. But after the fact, you're like, probably shouldn't have done that. A guy I used to work for told me he was like, "Hey, you got the job and everything, and now you're at a performance evaluation, but it doesn't matter if you work here for the next 2 years or if you work here for the next 35 years. You're always on an interview. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, if I'm walking around and you're around the corner just completely, you know, rough housing and, not doing your work and just, cussing, raising Cain, your next performance evaluation may not be so well. So you're always on an interview. Conduct yourself in a professional manner, like you're in an interview and you want the job. And I'm like, oh, that kind of makes sense. Fuck that guy, by the way, that fucking piece of shit, because he's why I don't work at a paper mill no more, because he decided that he was going to contract out the fucking woodyard. But anyways, um, yeah, what a fucking scam artist bitch. He got his ass caught. But anyways, fuck that motherfucker. Um,
Shots fired.
yeah, fuck him. I wish I never
He's
mind.
watching probably.
I hope he is. And I wish I had one of these that was fucking real. No, let me stop. Let me stop.
Oh my god!
Let me
I'm
stop.
about to hit your door.
Yeah. Hey man, you're still on that interview. No. But no, what he said was right. And that shit has stuck to me like glue. And I think if you're a professional paintball player, you should kind of take that into consideration. Like, you know, now you're part of this program. You literally have the name pro attached to you now. So, there's a lot of eyes on you. There's a lot of kids that want to be you. You need to do what you need to do to set the best example for the people who want to be where you're at. I'm not saying you can't have fun. You can't do this. You can't do that. But maybe take an extra second to think about, like, is this the greatest idea, right?
Yeah, I know that some of them already have said like I'm at the pro level. Who else do I need to impress to move up? I'm already here, kind of thing. But it ain't always about you, just like you said. There's a kid out there that wants to be you. Like when I was growing up, there were several pros that I wanted to be like. You know what I mean? Like I saw them having fun on the Dirter videos, like throwing TV downstairs and shit like that. I was like,
Oh
dude, I
yeah,
want to go do stuff like that. Have fun.
man
And
did.
then yeah, and then like all the stories that you hear from like me and Mark, like my destructive ways, but like most of those were actually accidents. But I was still acting out, trying to have fun with the boys and everything. But at that level where you're being watched by everybody, you know what I mean? Like the majority of the paintball players and the paintball community that follow professional paintball look up to a pro in some way, shape, or form. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. Just let's just do a better job as a whole. Just like you said with the divisionals, like you go to World Cup and walk through the divisional pits. It's like walking through the fucking alleys of New York City. Like it's a slum fest. So we need to do it better as a whole on just carrying ourselves a little better. We can all be a little better in some way, shape, or form. That's all I'm saying.
yeah,
All right, back to
no, you're right. You're right.
back to my
All
little
right. So
checklist
speaking
here.
of, so talking about new pros, how about fucking Hara, huh?
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, what an event! And they didn't even have the guy a jersey.
Nope.
Didn't even have him a fucking jersey. Yeah, I mean, just straight his first pro event with Red Legion, or first pro event period, right?
Yep.
Yep, with Red Legion, a starter in the Snake, and then they win the event and he gets MVP. I mean, what an
And
amazing,
MVP overall.
yeah,
Like,
what a fucking amazing event for that guy.
and like if you watch him, he never like he got the shit shot out of him like a few times, man. Didn't flinch, wasn't bothered. I think he got like what one penalty, and then they
Something,
got
something.
like withdrew. Like
Yeah,
that's all I could see. But like that dude is disciplined. Like he is following like the ethos of like the Red Legion's discipline and
yeah,
everything. Like he is by far the uh the next best thing if he's able to keep doing what he's doing.
yeah,
I don't know if the layout just worked for his favor or is he really that nasty, but like me, I think he's really that nasty. Like watching how he
yeah.
plays and how he reads the field and shit like that. That dude is like gifted and born to play this sport, man.
Yeah,
easily.
go. If you take a minute and go listen to his episode on Play the Game. Just the way he talks about things, he's very collected, um, very self-aware. He's not like, he's not like, oh man, I was just playing, no, he talks a little about, how their regiment is with Red Legion and how they practice and how they maintain workout and, things that he does to, you know, complement his play style to like the Red Legion's play style, and it's a very great episode, just kind of like in the mind of the MVP type shit. And
Yeah.
but I agree with you. I think the dude came out of nowhere. He said that Ryan Gray scouted him and invited them to the tryout. He did very well. He must have had an amazing practice to earn a fucking starter spot. When's the last time you've ever seen Red Legion, other than picking up like J-Rab, who is a fucking established phenomenon? But like, just like what was that kid's name? The dude with the curly hair. I don't remember his last name.
Pass Tucker.
Last year,
He was from Florida too.
yeah, but he wasn't like a starter. Like just in the
No.
just period. I was using him.
Darby?
Yeah, I might have, I'm pretty sure it was it.
Yeah.
I'm just using him for an example, but like Legion has never been known to put their new guys in starting positions, and I think Thomas Hara has really earned that. He showed that he has the mindset to have what it takes to perform, and just like you
Yeah.
said, I love watching clips of him, especially even like when he gets shot. Just like you said, he's unfazed. It's kind of like he takes his beating and he's like, all right, on to the next one. It looks like he's calculating. Like when he stands up, he's like, all right, this is where I fucked up. This is how I got shot here. Wipe my fucking mask off. I know what not to do next time. Is what it looks like.
Yeah, dude, he's probably going to be looked to be picked up by some big name.
Oh yeah,
Watch Impact's going to try to fucking snack his ass up.
yeah.
I
They're
hope he
gonna.
turns him down too.
Yeah, I hope so too. Let's see. Oh, speaking of Legion, I made a point to put this in the chat when the league started making everybody put like the city names back on their team name.
Yeah.
I made a comment and I was like, "Well, wait until the outside sponsors see what Red Legion puts beside their name." And talking about like I was saying like Moscow, and everybody was like, "Oh, they're just going to say Boston because they were Boston Red Legion in the past." And I'm like, "Well, do you think it might be a Florida name because that's where they're out of?" And everybody was like, "No, they would never. That's dumb. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard." Matty Marshall goes, "Oh yeah, Orlando Red Legion." And I'm like, "You motherfuckers! I told you! I fucking told you!" But
Yeah.
Orlando Red Legion. I don't know how I feel about that. I would have rather them just use fucking Moscow.
That's too controversial right now because everybody's so fucking soft in this world now, man.
Yeah. Well, see that's kind of like what our episode about like growing the sport. I think it was like, do we really want to grow the sport? Like if we bring these outside people in and they find out we have a whole fucking team of Russians, oh well, we can't have.
At this point, I would say no.
ESPN, if ESPN picks it up like that, you can forget about all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we can't. We
Like
can't
that's
have
what
this.
I'm saying, man. Like the way
You know who owns
saying, like
ESPN,
all
right?
all these fucking pansy ass motherfuckers that are soft as baby shit. I think that right now growing the sport is a bad move. If you get the outside corporations in there, they're gonna try to like cancel culture is gonna be a fucking thing. Like they already tried to cancel fucking Marcelo. You see what the fuck happened there? Now imagine all these fucking big time goddamn corporations that actually have like pull with money and sponsorships and shit that can actually hinder the league. Like, nah, man.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying about ESPN because parent company is Disney.
Yeah, no, there's no fucking way. Are the Jews gone yet?
That's right.
No, Mr. Disney. We'll be back in.
Also, you know what?
Fucking Family Guy.
All right. It's a Family Guy reference. Don't get your fucking pussy in a snatch.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be on a bunch of Instagram reels. Oh, these guys are anti-Semitic. Oh, fuck you. Whatever. Watch
kiss my
Family
ass,
Guy.
man.
Oh man, I'm still going through. Mark made a comment. He said Tom Guest made a great decision going back to X Factor. I agree with that. Tom Guest, he's another one of mine. Like, uh, Tom Guest is an amazing paintball player. I would say I don't want to call him like underrated in a way, but he's one of my
Yeah.
favorite. He's one of my favorite like not superstars to watch. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah, not like an Alex, not like a paid
yeah,
mercenary,
yeah.
Susie paid mercenary.
I don't want to take nothing away from him, calling him like a not a superstar or whatever. But he's one of my favorite players to watch play. I didn't realize this motherfucker was like 6'9". Until World Cup,
Yeah, he's like the
he walked by and I was like, holy fuck.
that's a huge bitch.
Yeah. Let's
Holy
see.
shit, it's big boy.
Yeah. Let's see. There was another thing I wanted to talk about.
The layout played nice.
I like the layout, and I think
Yeah.
that oh, I did catch one Legion game where Kirill just took off to that big ass brick like beside the snake, and I'm like, I called that.
Yeah.
I knew that was gonna happen. I called that in our pregame.
Yeah.
What was I? Oh, how
On that
about
run that I was telling you about, the run up and over up to those bricks, like
yeah?
I was like, you're gonna have pros do that, and sure as shit.
How about Fetty with the Hurricanes, man? I thought he looked really good.
Do you want me to go tell my little story, my little interaction with him,
I don't care.
or no?
I don't care.
Okay. So I reached out to his Instagram page. I was like, hey man, let me buy an event jersey. And by going off the people that followed him, I was like, okay, it's got to be him. It's got to be his real profile. And he's like, hey, it's $200. I'm like, all right, consider it sold. I really love the way that the jerseys look, and it's a Fedorov jersey. And I was like, I think this is like, might be historic. So I want, your event jersey. And he's like, all right, hey, no PayPal, only Zelle. And I was like, oh, red flag. That's the first thing that a paintball player hears, like, no PayPal, we only have Zelle. So instantly, red flag. I was like, hey, man, I need proof that you're real. And he's like, you messaged me and you're talking about a scam. And I was like, oh, I was like, the punch was like, wait.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, I rolled the dice. I was like, you know what? We'll see how this turns out. And before I hit send, I was like, I asked Zach Patient, I was like, hey, man, is this his profile? He's like, yeah, man, that's him. I was like, okay. Sent him the $200. And then yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, the jersey showed up still with paint stains and everything. And I was like, oh, okay. Good enough for me.
Did
But
you
you know what I
did
mean?
you
Like, this is
message him
awesome.
off of your personal or the page?
No, I can't get to our fucking page anymore because of that stupid rule that Instagram has.
Oh,
But
thank
no,
God.
I messaged him off of mine. But dude, those jerseys are not their contract killer jerseys that they have.
Hmm.
Those are nice.
I'm excited that this guy has bought Contract Killer, because it was CK Fight Life or whatever had it.
Yeah,
They were doing like
MMA shit.
MMA wear, things like that, and Contract Killer, the domain needs to stay in paintball. I think
100%.
but that was for us back then. Hybrid was the shit. Hybrid grips, hybrid
Yeah,
jerseys, hybrid everything that had Contract Killer on. I had Contract Killer grips on my Ion, dude. We were CK Mafia, and so I like that it's getting a revamp. I like that the Hurricanes, are rocking that or whatever. Hurricanes looked really good. I mean, not even just Fetty, fucking Daniel Camp playing clutch, Nick Ripple playing
and
clutch.
Ripple. Yeah,
I mean,
Ripple was playing fucking lights out, dude.
yeah. So, I mean, these guys are just they are a force to be reckoned with this year. I think they fell off a little bit last year. I think getting the ownership and bringing in Fetty is, oh, excuse me, a push in the right direction for them.
Yeah, for sure. You can tell that that new complex that they're building, where you walk out the door, you're on the field. You could definitely tell that that's
Amazing.
paying off
That shit
already.
is amazing, dude. We got to show that to TC. TC, this dude bought the Hurricanes and built a field where there's like a motel on each side of the start box of the field. You literally walk out your room and step on the field.
I like it.
Yep.
Anything makes me more lazy, I'm on board.
I don't have to drive to the field.
Right?
I think TC's muting his mic because he's playing like RuneScape or some shit.
I mean, in his defense,
Nah, that's because it picks up everything. This particular one.
in his defense, he didn't get to watch the event as much as we did.
Until like 4 hours ago, we were doing anything tonight.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like working on a generator right now.
Hell yeah. Let's see. I'm still.
Dead by
Yes.
Daylight?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, didn't blow up and kill me.
Oh man, what a shame.
What a waste of a weekend. My van didn't fall on me.
What a shame. Yeah. See, even Mark made this comment. This new guy for Legion is nasty. Daniel said Lopez. Mark said that's the jersey he's wearing, but it's Thomas Hara. Oh man.
Yeah, because like I had to watch it with no audio for the longest time, and all I could see was like the name on the back of the jersey. I was like, damn, that dude stepped up.
Yeah. No, he's doing amazing.
And Mark was like, nah, he's cut.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Mark said, did Fit really win a 3v6? How did Aftershock start with 6? Fucking idiots, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man.
They need to do something completely different because whatever the fuck they're doing just ain't working, man.
Aftershock.
Yeah.
The whole all of the die teams except Legion, they do this thing to where like something doesn't work, they just fucking nuke the entire program. All right, we're going to start fresh. That is not the way to do it. That is not the way to do it. You have to build the team cohesion. You have to build the family together within the team. You can't just, go out and purchase a bunch of superstars or, whatever, or guys that you like and think you're going to do well. I mean, Aftershock had a good first season, and then it's like people just started losing interest, and then they were like, all right, well, let's just nuke the whole fucking program. The only person we're keeping is fucking Hosky.
I think because he's like engaged with fucking Tom's daughter or some shit like that.
I don't know, but they really fumbled by losing Connor Kelly, whether they cut him or he quit. Connor looked really good on Impact. I liked his little exchange with Cyrus Garinger through Fit, where Cyrus.
That was funny.
Yeah, Cyrus. Shout out to the media guys for catching all this shit. It's a great reel. Cyrus put it on Connor, and Connor's like, "Man, what the fuck?" And they were like, "Yeah," they're talking shit to each other.
Sorry, so I got more wins than you, pussy.
Yeah. And then the very next clip is just Connor just dunking on his ass, and it was like Connor was like trying to hug him or whatever, and Cyrus wasn't really fucking feeling it, and he was like, "Man, I thought we were hugging, come on." But just that little chirping back and forth. That's the type of shit that builds the excitement. I love watching things like that. But I'm sure Connor is happy to be playing with T Harm again because those two were a dynamic duo on Heat. One of my favorite pictures, it was from like 2 years ago, where like Tyler's in the background, like guns up, like shooting for my man, and Connor's like rounding the snake beam completely fucking horizontal, but running completely horizontal, but not in a dive. And it's just like those two are not to be fucked with.
No, but after watching some of the Impact games, like I saw how like fucking Kelly was just like bonus balling every fucking body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to see him get his shit pushed in, once and him fucking complain about it, I thought it was kind of funny.
It ain't no different
Like,
than Fit. They overshoot the fuck out of people, and then they're like, "Oh my god, the Fit guys are so friendly." They are assholes on the field. They fucking shoot people to death.
It's fucking like it's pro paintball. I expect it. You know what I mean?
You're getting,
like,
they do that shit to get in your head. Like I get that, but still.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of Connor Kelly since he ghosted us like twice. So.
That dude said, "Fuck the center 50."
Well,
yeah. Look, here's another comment. The next day, Daniel, goddamn, that Hera kid is good. Mark said, "Wild, he was D3 2 years ago." That is amazing.
Yeah, man.
Amazing. Let's see.
TC, we need to get you watching some of these events, man, because like it's actually like really good to watch.
I didn't even listen. I had so much going on the past 2. I didn't know it was on. Like I didn't even know there was an event coming. I need to get a calendar and just set it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have the dates already picked out for the entire season, and the only thing that's unsure, which I would like to hear some info about it, is World Cup, because I also found out that they just changed some stuff at the new unit that I'm going to be a part of. How you used to be able to not take leave unless it was like during Christmas. They just reversed that, and you can take leave like whenever. If you have leave, you can put it in early, and then they'll swap instructors around to fit your leave so that I could still possibly go to World Cup this year.
Hell yeah.
The Army's
So
looking at
that's-
us and be like, we're not accommodating you.
Yo, you want to go to World Cup? Well, then
Sucks for you.
you can go to World Cup in Iran.
You can go to World War. Front seat, baby.
Oh, time out. That was a good one. Hold on, where am I at here?
Let's see. I'm looking at it right now. So the next event is the NXL Mid Atlantic in April.
Sounds right.
All right. In Dover, Delaware, right next to Bend, Dover, Delaware.
Yes, sir.
Hey, TC, if Daniel gets shit canned to Iran in November, we'll go. Just like we went to watch Scream 7.
Oh man. You know
Yeah.
what? I'm gonna go see the new Mario movie. Fuck
Yeah.
y'all.
Hell yeah.
We can do that too.
I watched the trailer for that shit. It was kind of funny. Yeah, so what was the deal? Like I didn't catch none of this in my little bit of scrolling through the weekend. What's up with Tyler Harmon not getting a bunch of spins over the weekend? Did y'all notice that?
I did, man. Him or fucking Randy really didn't get any spins. I don't know if like they had a bad practice or they were so sure of the line that they were, running was working. They thought it was like untouchable, or did they miss a practice? Like I don't fucking know, man. Like that's crazy that you hire, like 3 or 4 fucking dudes, and then 2 out of the fucking, 4 that you hired leave, and then you don't even play the 2 that you brought on the team.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
sitting Tyler is not a great look, even if he has a bad practice. You know what I mean? That dude is,
Yeah.
he's in the question to be, like top 3 of our generation.
Easily top 5 for sure.
Oh, most definitely solidified in the top 5.
Yeah,
Let's see.
that's crazy to me though. I saw that fucking Mikey Urena still has it, and he's still fucking hungry when he's playing on Dynasty.
Dude,
The new pickups seem pretty fucking solid.
I did not get to watch any live matches with Dynasty. None. Not nary one. Everything that I've seen from Dynasty from the event, I had to watch through reels. But ABJ looks like a natural in Dynasty Blue. Shout out Archie Barnes. Omara looked really good in what I've seen. But it makes my heart so happy that Urena is back in Dynasty Blue. I thought he looked like shit with gold impact HK shit all over him.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see him back in Flex 8s out there. It's just I'm a huge Urena fan. I hope that he's able to blossom, kind of find his groove back with the team. Because when he left Dynasty, he was really top tier. I mean, he was good on Impact, but he was really kind of making his way, to be known, if that makes sense. And then
Yeah.
and then he made kind of a move to Impact, and just like we talked about last episode, just like the whole Dalton Vanderbilt, I forget Dalton exists sometimes just because I don't know if it's because I don't really care about Impact like that. I don't know, but just the people that go to Impact, I'm like, all right, whatever, fuck them. But now that Mikey's back on Dynasty, I hope that he can, shine and just kind of peek back on the trajectory that he was on.
What about Todd Martinez coming back to the commentator's booth? I like that.
I like it, but you can't. All right, everybody complained about Rich Telford being in the booth, because he made his snarky little jokes and shit all the time. You can't be upset at Rich Telford cracking jokes and shit in the booth, but be okay with Todd Martinez doing it. I was okay with Rich Telford. I enjoyed Maddie and Rich. Everybody shit on Rich Telford. I really
I
enjoyed
don't know
Mike.
why.
Everybody hated him. I really enjoyed Mike Jeffries. I thought that Mike and Maddie had a great whatever.
Connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really did enjoy that. It was a little dry at times, but Todd Martinez. I'm a huge Cash Money fan. Love Todd. Todd and Maddie did it together for years, so I'm glad that he's back in the booth, and I have no problem with him doing that. My problem is with the community. It was, oh fuck Rich Telford. We don't need these little jokes in a webcast. We need play by play explanations. And then Todd gets in there, and Todd's a funny ass guy. He's known for being like the comedian of paintball. And then we're okay
hmm
with it now. Like, come on, people.
No, I agree with the hypocrisy 100%. I think I think it should be Rich and Maddie just because they kind of they give real life comparison and how they had that struggle with being
Yeah,
teammates all those years and everything.
yeah,
Like I think it should still be, in my opinion, I think Rich should still be up there because I agree with you 100% on the hypocrisy in regards of people bitching and moaning about his jokes and quirks, but Todd Martinez does the same. Maybe it's the way it's delivered that people didn't like. I don't know, man. I
maybe.
don't know exactly why they were fucking, pussyfooting about it, but it is what it is at this point.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I'm glad that he's back. When he announced that he was done coaching, everybody just assumed he was going to go back to commentating anyways. Um,
Yeah,
I would like to see Mike Jeffries do the interviews.
that'd be nice.
If Go Sports was interested in keeping him on, I don't know what that relationship is like. Um, that poor girl that was trying to do interviews, she just maybe she needs some practice. I don't know, but Maddie and Todd in the booth, I love it personally. And then if you had Mike Jeffries, boots on the ground, I just think that'd be the ultimate trio.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Joe Barrett real quick, man, because
JB50
that dude,
baby,
like, huh?
JB50.
Oh, like watching him play and watching him make moves like the way he did at this event. Like, I really feel that that dude has gotten like above another tier of being good.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, he looks like he's learning a lot from the Dynasty camp, and he's actually applying it out there. And I think he's doing like a phenomenal job. Um, like he's becoming one of my favorites to watch. And like I'm not just saying that because we try to get him on the show. We have a little relationship, a friendship with him or whatever. Um, but watching him play, like it's like holy shit, man! Like this dude knows his stuff. You know what I mean? Infamous did good. Infamous looked like they're getting their shit
they
together.
looked
With Cal Bowen
amazing.
looked like he was a natural.
They looked
Yeah,
amazing this
dude.
event. I want to say something about
Yeah.
Joe. Joe, on his Instagram, it's great that people can pinpoint like their shortcomings or whatever. Joe made a comment, like on his story. He was like, I noticed I was having mobility issues, like popping up from a snake beam. So now I'm doing this routine and workout. Kind of. I guess he's following like Patty Gleason's routine and shit. So
hmm
he's pinpointed that that's a problem he needs to work on, and he's already commenting that it's working out better for him. But just being able to pinpoint your shortcomings like that and know what you need to do to fix it, you know, and it's just I don't know. A lot of pros do that. Like, don't get me wrong, Joe's not the only one doing it, but I love to see it, and it's never like oh well, we'll just get him next time. He's always like, no, I need to do better. We need to do better. We should have done this. We should have done that. So huge Joe Barrett fan over here. And I agree with you. I think that he is from the time that we first had him on till now. I think he has really elevated his game, and and I think we're going to see a lot more of him. And I feel like you're going to start seeing some like I don't want to say like MVP, but you might start seeing some highlight reels because there's moments where he just makes a good read and he just blows the field wide fucking open, and it's like damn, when you hear it a
Back
lot.
when Kirill was in that, yeah, he did that with against Legion when Kirill was in the that fucking mini wall on the Dorito side where Arturo got fucking got shot from there. He knew exactly where he got shot from,
Yeah,
and then immediately fucking went and like bunkered his ass. So I was like, oh, dude, that's like I wish I had that mentality and that capability of reading the field like that.
yeah, that's next level shit. That's next level shit that you and I we're not there. I will never be there. TC might. I'm not me.
That's negative.
TC's game plan will forever be off the box, is run straight down to the other side of the tape.
Don't
Hey, at least one a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can get it out of my system.
It don't matter how many times I get shot. I'm not going to stop till I get there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. So like I said, I don't really have a whole lot of play-by-plays and anything to go off of. The entire event Pro 5v5 came down to Legion versus Impact, and Legion of course took the win. Congratulations to them.
I like how everybody's wanting to buy MXRs now.
Yeah. Yeah. Was it you or Mark that said something about the i3s? Like, I'm not sure how I feel about the i3s being everywhere now because you kind of lose the rarity of it.
Yeah, well, I said like I don't know how I feel about them being on like modern day paintball gear, like the slimmer jerseys and pants and
Yeah.
everything. And then Mark mentioned about like, yeah, it kind of loses its rarity. It was cool seeing like one or two people wear it, but now going back to where everybody has it, he's like it kind of loses its like nostalgic factor about it.
Yeah, if everybody's unique, then nobody is unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I get it, but like I just don't think it looks right with modern day paintball gear. Like the Flex is like forever, embedded in paintball. The i3s, yeah, they're iconic and everything, but I just don't think they fit the mold of today's, apparel.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah, it was kind of weird seeing Malloy with i3s.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, like the smoke i5s with like what Kirill and Hara was wearing.
Yeah.
Looks awesome, dude. Like that combo looks awesome.
I like the
i5s.
i5s.
Yeah.
I have Nick Sloviak's i5s right there.
You mean right here with like a speck of dirt?
I can see the shadow right here. That is
I can't see it on my phone.
That is them right there. Yep. Still got paint around the lenses and everything.
Nice.
Yeah. But no, I don't really have nothing else to add to this. Congratulations to Red Legion on their win. Congratulations to Thomas Hara on all his awards. I knew Play the Game was going to scoop his ass up, and I was like, there's no need for me to reach out because if you want to hear the story, just go listen to Play the Game. There's no need for him to tell it twice. So I started the message and be like, hey, before anybody messages you, we'd love to have you on. And I'm like, who the fuck would want to come on here instead of Play the Game? You know what I mean?
Worth the shot. Worth a shot.
Yeah. You know what pissed me off is in the off season, I was told you, I was like, I want to get Danny Schoenauer on here and talk to him. And like we never made any kind of public post or nothing about it. And like the next week, Shelda was like, hey, here's my guest, Danny Schoenauer. And I was like, God fucking damn it. Which two completely different shows, right? Yeah. But
so, well, I mean, according to him, we have to get like D3, D2 semi-pro.
I think
we gotta save the pros for him.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's what he was getting at, but yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just cracking a joke.
Yeah, but no, just cause
peasants.
Just pump those brakes a little bit before we. Yeah, I like Dan Shelley, but yeah, I don't have.
Too. Like I know somebody's gonna take that in context or some shit and bitch and complain about it. It's whatever.
Yeah. No, but that was funny. But no, So that's the first event of the year. I'm sorry. I wish I was more prepared for with facts and play by plays for everybody. But it is fucking 11:17 on a Saturday night. We're just trying to get this pumped out for you guys. So
Yeah, I still got stuff on the moving truck I gotta
yeah,
get off.
yeah. I was hoping Mark would bring his bitch ass in here because he's like our boots on the ground commentator for all this shit.
Yeah.
But he left us hanging, and he said he had better things to do than to talk to a bunch of fucking losers. So
Yeah, thanks, Mark. Thank you so much for that.
appreciate that. Appreciate that. Make sure you go to his Instagram and dox his ass. Here's his address and his phone number. It is. Oh man, I don't even have his fucking phone number. So
111.
yeah,
Hello?
555.
Damn.
Yeah. All right. I'm finished. Does anybody have anything they'd love to add?
Like I said,
Nope.
I'm good. That's about it. I didn't even watch it, so I can't add too much. But I will mark my calendar for the one coming up in April.
I'm gonna make you do homework.
Do it. And I'll reach out and I'll get Thomas Hart on here.
Fuck yeah,
Yeah, okay.
Dude,
His
I
name
will.
is almost his full name is the first half of my name.
Yeah, ooh. I'm gonna give TC $100 if he makes that happen.
Man, he's gonna be at your door in the morning.
I hope not, because I plan on sleeping. So tell him
Yeah, for real.
tell him after 12. Yeah,
Okay.
tell him after 12. Yeah, but so anyways, this was a kind of a shit show of an episode. Episode 110. This fucking Tampa Bay recap, post game, whatever you want to call it. How about this? Let me get your guys' opinion. Should we do post game or recap for the title?
I mean, it was more of a recap than a post because the post game to me is like right after.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think,
It's
Fat
post
Man?
game because it's after, but it's more of a recap because we talked about more than just
The events that happened. Yeah, let's go to recap, but let's keep the pregame
Yeah.
episode title.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah. Post game, it doesn't really roll off the tongue like recap. Okay. Yeah. Recap. All right. Well, I'm gonna be Ricola. All right, fuck this. We are really dragging this out for no reason. This has been 110. Daniel, tell everybody where they can get their sweet ass, infamous, and pro DNA gear at 10% off.
So you can go to infamouspaintball.com and you can get 10% off your entire purchase on everything except for markers if you use the code THECenter50, and then you'll get 10% off your purchase.
That's right. All right. So this has been 110 Tampa Bay recap. We are fucking out of here.
Deuces.